We're good.
Okay, we will call the Troy Planning Commission meeting for August 13th to order. Roll call, please.
Mr. McGarry?
Here.
Mr. Wilkie?
Here.
Ms. York?
Ehrlich?
Ehrlich, I'm sorry.
Mrs. Ehrlich's here.
Mrs. Ehrlich. Mr. Westmeyer?
Here.
Mr. Titterington? Mayor? Mr. Emmerich? We have a quorum.
Okay. First order of business, we have the minutes disseminated to everyone from the July 23rd meeting. Are there any additions, deletions, or corrections?
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Minutes are adopted, approved. Okay, first business is the certificate of appropriateness, excuse me, for 12 West Main Street for window replacements. Does staff have a updated report?
Yes. Owners Rob and Heather Davey proposed replacement of existing windows with new storefront style aluminum windows with aluminum framing. These windows are not operational. The color of the replacement window will remain the same as the current ones. That's the sandstone color. The color sample got passed around there, and then there's actually an example of the window leaning up against the podium there. For the design manual, it meets sections 2.8A through C. Section 2.8D says that the replacement window should match the appearance of the historical originals in number of panes, dimensions of sash members, and profile sash members and buttons. Windows should simulate the operating characteristics of the originals. The same material as the original windows, usually wood, should be used. The replacement windows will be in aluminum storefront windows based on the information provided. Staff is unable to verify the meeting rail/sash members' dimensions, so staff recommends tabling the request due to the need for further information on the meeting rail profile and information related to the operational characteristics of the windows.
We'll also add that the applicant is in the audience if you have any questions as well.
Did you get the information you needed or not?
Yeah, so we did receive some supplemental information. However, I do not have the conditions or evidence of the conditions of the existing windows to verify both the need for replacement and their current operational characteristics. She did make mention in the supplemental information that many are not operational, but I just need some additional information to verify that, some photos of each window, etc.
So it's still staff's recommendation we table this?
Yes, sir.
But the information you need is forthcoming then? Did you expect to receive it?
Yeah. I was hoping that Ms. Davey would come up and provide some additional information as well.
Did you want to address that now? Just state your name and your address, please.
Heather Davey, 1640 Surrey Road, Troy. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly. We've been in communication since June, so I feel like I've responded to all of the questions that he's had about, I'm not sure what the meeting rail question is. I've provided drawings of what the contractor has drawn and specifications of how that window looks and has the, I guess, the samples.
Yeah.
Up there, yes, yeah. So I'm unclear on what else is needed other than that. As far as the operational, I also responded to that question and can respond here. The windows themselves were all installed as operational windows when they were installed. They are not actually historical windows. They were replaced. I don't actually know the timing of when they were replaced, but the guess would be somewhere around 20 years ago. They're vinyl windows currently, and all of them that were replaced were operational at that time. Since then, we have had issues with not all of them staying closed, or they're dropping from the top or things like that. So we've had to fixed many of them in place temporarily, waiting for, the opportunity to replace the windows. So, my answer to Austin's question was the fact that they were at one time all operational, but currently, most of them are not operational because of the maintenance that we've had to do for them. We currently have water damage coming into the building due to the nature of just the problems with the windows over time, so.
Well, that's understandable. Okay, so Austin will, rely on you then to get the information collected.
Can you clarify what you're looking to wrap up, I guess?
Yeah, so I received a cut sheet, from the, contractor. Basically, I need to make sure that the meeting sash is very comparable to what's existing, because that depth from the actual front portion of the window is important, because it provides a layer of characteristic to the window. I want to make sure that that matches existing. Another spin-off to that is I want to make sure that we're not going to have on both the Public Square side as well as West Main Street and South Cherry Street facades that we're not going to have multiple renditions of all different style windows. I want to make sure that we are consistent throughout all of those facades, okay? So I can somewhat tell that based on the dimension of the drawing. I did try to reach out to the actual contractor, which we often do, and he said that this is a standard shop drawing. I did push back a little bit. I'm like, I need to see the dimension of the existing, show me a picture with the tape measure of the existing profile, and then show me what you're proposing on the cut sheet. We weren't able to align with what we were looking for. That's why we recommended tabling at this time.
So expectations probably is next meeting.
Correct.
We would get to.
Yep.
Mr. Chair, I have another question. Is it clear to the applicant what kind of photographs you want? What do you want photographed?
Yeah, like a picture of the tape measure with the
Yes.
profile.
But
If there's another means that they can provide without getting on a ladder or hanging out the window, by all means do that. I just want to get that dimension of the meeting rail,
I thought you needed photographs of deterioration also.
as well as that.
And is it clear to the applicant?
Yeah, show me the photos of what's operational, what's not. Could this window be made operational? And then we'll be able to make a better indication of our staff recommendation.
Okay, thank you.
Can I ask a clarifying question?
Yes.
I'm unclear as to whether you're wanting to know, like I said, every window was installed as operational window. So you're wanting me to count how many I've sealed shut because of maintenance issues?
Correct.
Even though every single one of them at one time was operational, and from the visual standpoint would still look like an operational window. We haven't done anything with the window other than seal it shut on the inside.
So they've been caulked shut?
Yes.
Okay. Have some of them been nailed? Have you got quotes to make them operational again? Some of those details. That's what we're looking for.
So you're wanting to know how many of them I caulked shut, basically?
Correct. And could they be made operational? What would that take to make them operational? Basically, the design manual is wanting to keep close to the same window as we can and re-replicate that, right? So that we need evidence to support fully replacing all of them. Right? Those are that type of evidence that would help us.
So, so are you suggesting that I not replace all of them, but only the ones that are having water issues, or?
So the way the design manual reads that the windows that cannot be repaired should be replaced, okay? But the ones that could be repaired should rather than be repaired. That's the language of the code.
Even though all...
We are willing to look through that because we know that we would rather have the windows be symmetrical, right? So we don't want a hodgepodge of
Okay.
windows. So we're realistic in that regard, okay?
And even though these are already replaced, none of these are historic windows. These are already replacement windows.
If we could get the timing on that, on when they were replaced, would be helpful as well.
It was when my dad owned the building, so it was within the last 35 years.
Okay.
I would say probably the last 20 to 25 years, but
Okay.
I can't ask him.
Yeah, understood. Yep.
Well, I guess one of the things I wanted to say was, you guys talked about the design manual section, 2.8D. It states that windows should simulate the operating characteristics of the original. And this is generally understood to be a preservation practice in order to refer to visual stimulation, not functionality, particularly when operational is no longer serves the purposes or poses conflicts to safety and efficiency. And so, I guess, for one thing, I'm also, I guess, the other thing that I'm I want the board to understand is that these are already replacement windows. They're not historical windows. Although, and I don't know, although we're trying to simulate the same look as to what is there, so that we're not changing the look to what is there. As far as, there was another statement made about not wanting the windows to look different around the building, and I want it also to be understood that this building, I would actually be replacing almost all of the windows on this building, but this entire building I often refer to as one building because it has become so over the years, but it was 7 different buildings at one point in time. So I don't think that we would ever get to the point where, at one point in time, Austin and I were discussing, he was saying, well, these are different than the ones I submitted to replace a couple years ago. But that was on technically a different facade, a different building, and would historically have been a different building. So, so I just want that to be understood to the board. Thank you.
Thank you for making those comments. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. What is the wish of the commission?
Well, since there's only 4 of us, and it would require a unanimous vote to approve this, rather than, well, I don't perceive that we have a unanimous approval. So I'm going to move that we table.
And I'll second that.
We have a motion to table and a second. Roll call, please.
Mr. McGarry,
Yes.
Mr. Wolke,
Yes.
Ms. Erwick,
Yes.
Mr. Westmeyer,
Yes.
Mr. Titterington, Mayor, Mr. Emmerich. All right, motion has carried to table 12 West Main Street COA application.
But again, expectation is we'll probably see this next meeting,
Yeah.
based on you guys
That is
getting
correct.
that wrapped up.
Okay. The next item of business is the Shiv Sagar, am I saying that correctly?
Yep, that's it.
Sagar Residence Subdivision Preliminary Plan Approval. Does staff have a report?
Yes, so this is, in comparison to most recent subdivisions, it's relatively small in terms of acreage, but because it's more than 5 lots, it's considered a major subdivision, so it follows the same process. So there's 6 buildable lots here that range from 0.36 acres to half an acre. Each lot will have a 4-unit building, that ranges from 5,000 square feet to 5,600 square feet. It does comply with the OR1 district requirements. There is one cul-de-sac that'll service this subdivision called Sia Court. We did require that this access be aligned with the drive approach across the street for traffic safety standpoint. Parkland, they are requesting fees in lieu of providing either private or public open space. The park board did provide a unanimous approval on those fees in lieu of yesterday. The code also requires a landscape buffer on the west side of the site. They are providing that at a dimension of 15 feet, and then various plantings with some arborvitaes to comply with our zoning code requirements. So staff recommends that planning commission accept the proposed preliminary plan as it is in accordance with the zoning code, subdivision regs, and other engineering standards. And that'll conclude my report.
Okay, are there any questions for staff?
Well, yes,
Go ahead.
I'll reveal my, ignorance. So the exit from this court is onto South Stanfield.
Yep.
That's all I need to know. Thank you.
Any other comments or questions?
I move for approval.
I'll second.
We have a motion for approval, 1 second. Roll call, please.
Mr. McGarry,
Yes.
Mr. Wilkie,
Yes.
Ms. Urwick,
Yes,
Mr. Westmeyer,
Yes.
Mr. Titterington, Mayor Oda, Mr. Emmerich. Motion carried to accept the preliminary plat.
Okay, is there any other business on the agenda?
No other business, sir.
Entertain a motion for adjournment.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Meeting's adjourned.